to this though. This is about vote shaming.
Oh, Jesus
number is
fucking Christ.
219-2David-P. You can call anytime and ask about anything. Here is a really interesting question that relates directly to what I was just saying about the voters of Georgia.
Hi, David. It's James. I just wanted to know, how do you feel about voter shaming? I know that, a couple of things. Kyle and Mike Figueredo and a few other people. I think the Young Turks are generally against voter shaming. Like, they don't criticize Trump voters because they voted for Trump, but they'll sometimes criticize people who voted for Trump because of the wall or because of, the fact that he said ban Muslims or, Mexicans or rapists and all that. How do you feel about voter shaming? Do you think it's productive? Do you think it's fair? Or do you think it's
that Muslim travel ban, by the way? Just real quick, that Muslim, they said Trump banned Muslims. Was it true? But Obama did the same fucking thing. Mm-hmm. Obama put in a Muslim travel ban as well when he was bombing Syria and Libya. That's something that liberals always forget about. Trump followed an Obama precedent on that. I just want to add that content, but let's continue the video.
What do you know? Because I basically I want to find out the best way.
Okay, yes, right. So listen, there's two things going on here. All right. If you're asking me, do I think it's in bounds, so to speak, for on programs like mine to be very frank and candid and direct about the fact that there's a lot of dumb people in this country and many of them don't know what the hell is going on. And they're just bamboozled by these politicians with obvious lies, and they fall for it and they vote for them. And how do they even put their pants on in the morning? How do
you guys see the scorn of the workers that the professional managerial class has? But look, keep the video playing. I just want to add that. I want to keep it playing. But look how obvious it is. This is why we have disdain for these people. He thinks the reason why you don't vote for Democrats is because you're dumb. Not because the policy they implement that affect our lives. Joe Biden's policies has hurt my lives. I've explained this many times. The bankruptcy bill. I was a victim of the bankruptcy bill. We are victims of the crime bill. We all know someone. So we have substantive reasons. The Palestinians. Look at the Palestinian Community Network. Look at Ashley in her face, the one who's been fired this weekend, and tell her that she has no good reason to oppose the Democrat Party. This is what this guy is saying. This guy is saying, oh, these dumb workers, they don't even know they're voting against their own interest by doing what? He's implying that they're dumb by not voting Democrat.
And then, like, you can't, inside of these two parties, this one is for that caller. Hopefully he sees this one day. You cannot vote shame anyone. Your party funded Trump's wall. Your party actually protects Trump in court against sexual advances, his sexual advances. They protecting this man. They are advancing a lot of his things. They are advancing on a lot of his on his policies. So miss me with that voter shame. The only voter shaming you can do is from the left. If you're not voting anymore, if you're out of that's the only time you have the right to vote. Other than that, all of you guys are funding Nazis. All of you guys are gentrifying our neighborhoods. All of you guys are arming people that we don't want to be armed. Y'all are giving billions of dollars to corporations, to oil tycoons, giving them land. All of you guys are the same. There is no fucking voter shaming.
Yeah.
If anything, you should be ashamed of yourself. Look in the mirror. That's where the shame should be yelled towards your damn self. Because you've been upholding white supremacy just as much as open white racists in the Republican Party, and just because you're quiet with your racism doesn't make it any better, nigga. And fuck David Pakman.
So my thing is, and I want to say this, is that just because someone has been fooled or propagandized doesn't make them dumb.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us were propagandized and fooled, but are we dumb?
Right.
No. Some people who are smart can be fooled. So for you to say that some people in the country are just dumb, really, that's very elitist, David Pakman. Very elitist of you. And this is why some people do not want to view you or watch you, because you come at it from a very elitist perspective. Some of us, like me, never went to college. some of us didn't go to college because we didn't want to get into debt. So, but does that make us dumb for believing some of the propaganda that's been pushed, not just by Republicans, but also by Democrats?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that maybe you're the one that's propagandized, but does that make you dumb? I want you to think about that and maybe switch your language. I know it's tone policing in a way, but at the same time, look, stop calling people dumb, because the thing is that there's nobody's truly actually dumb. They're only just propagandized or lied to, and they believe the lie, unfortunately.
See, my thing is like, bro, if you want to say this, like, I'm not even gonna tone police me. Say what you believe with your chest. I am here to expose to you guys, people with Marxist class analysis. This is how they think, and they accidentally expose themselves all the time. So I don't give a fuck about what tone David Pakman takes, but look at what he says and what that means for his politics, where he just attacks workers who don't support the two-party duopoly as dumb. But let's get back to the video.
But listen, and listen to the 3 categories of voters he said they are. That's and you tell me it doesn't apply to liberals, doesn't apply to the people voting for the Democratic Party. Let's listen.
How do you balance a checkbook if you are so ignorant about just basic things you're being lied to on? I have no problem as a commentary on this program saying stuff like that. And in fact, I've said there's really 3 main groups of Trump voters. There are people who just don't know what the hell's going on. They don't know what Trump policies are.
That applies to Democrats. That applies to Democrats.
Yeah,
people who don't know what's going on.
They don't know anything. And they were kind of like tricked. They stumbled into voting for Trump. There's people who are what we might call like bad people. They do understand the Trump policy, and they understand all of the things that happen as a result, and all the people that Trump policy is terrible for. And they say, I like it, and I'm going to vote for him anyway. And then you've got the third group, which is people who vote for Trump out of some selfish priority. Well, yeah, I understand exactly who and what Trump is, but his tax plan would say, I'm going to vote for him.
Go ahead, Nick.
Go ahead. You said
no. All of us are ready. All of us ready to attack that shit. So go ahead.
I see where you're going. No, CJ, I'll let you take it because I see where you're going with this. It was perfect. You described it exactly Democrats, but go ahead, CJ.
No, that's exactly. All of us are gonna make the same point. This is exactly the
that's
Democratic Party. Who are you talking about? Go ahead, Rome. Go.
That's why I said there is no voter shaming unless it's coming from the actual left. You can't sit here and say like people was tricked into voting for Biden. They said this the most important election of our life. We got to stop fascism. Blah blah blah. And he get in. He's no better than Trump. Actually, a lot of people that voted for this man, I talked to him. They say that he's worse than Donald Trump. They have gotten less help from this administration than the Trump administration. So yes, people were tricked and tripped up and whatever. That goes for all of you fucking idiots. All of you, every last one of you voters. That means locally to electoral. I don't care because all of your parties are the fucking same. All of you people are. You know what? I'm gonna just hold my tongue on that because I'm gonna call this.
Think about this. How many black people, and I think we all can say the same, right? At some point, stop voting for the Democratic Party once they realize what the crime bill was, right? So that go over the first part. Well, there's some people that vote for Trump because you don't actually know his policies. The same thing will go for Democrats. There's so many people that have no idea that Barack Obama was dropping bombs on hospitals. They have no idea that Barack Obama dropped so many bombs, he ran out of bombs. They had no idea about and the thing is, people think American people are dumb, but I literally would tell ordinary, normie people I know in real life, I'm like, do you know that Barack Obama destroyed Libya and turned to and then people were like, yo, what? And then the average person, because people inherently want to do good, they're like, yo, I don't fuck with that. So a lot of people vote Democrat, just like you said, because they don't know the evils.
They don't know.
There's so many progressives that apologize for the Democratic Party, apologize for Jim Crow Joe. There's so many people, and I had a conversation, a funny one on call-in with this guy, and I was like, do you really believe that Donald Trump killed and affected more black people than Joe Biden in his career? And he was stumped and like almost like he would never even consider that question. And it's like these things you guys don't even consider. Like the Democratic Party, they have policies that hurt our communities. And then go to the other part where you're talking about. He said there are also people who vote for Trump that knows what he's doing is bad, but they benefit from him. Who are we talking about here? We were talking about
professional managerial class.
yes. We talking about the anti-Kovatar Democrats. We talking about the Zionists. There are Zionist liberals who know that Jim Crow Joe and the Democrats are war hawks, but they're like, I will vote for them anyway because at least they support Israel. they be like, well, I'll support with them because at least they support my social issue. I don't really care if they're bombing Africa, they're enacting regime change, they're sanctioning other countries.
They said Medicare for all.
Starving millions of Afghan women and children right now. I don't really care. That doesn't affect me. That's the same thing David Pakman just chastised Trump voters for doing. And just because we are ideologically consistent, this is why we reject the two-party duopoly, because the two-party duopoly leads you down this train of thought, which is poisonous for liberation and revolutionary discipline. I'll pass it to you guys. I know one of you guys probably want to chime in.
Yeah,
Go ahead, JB.
No, I want to say this. You know, the fact that he called people stupid, you can say that a lot of people are ignorant. And why are they ignorant? It's because that's intentional, because the Democrats and Republicans intentionally want to keep you ignorant so that you don't know what's really going on. And the thing is that from what I see is this is just the blind leading the blind, because that's exactly what David Pakman is doing. He's a blind man leading the blind people. But here's the thing, David Pakman, I see that expensive sweater that you have on, which leads me to believe that you actually have enough funds that you can sit at home and actually think about the things that we're talking about. So with that being said, okay, you could actually find out that the Democrats are as imperialist as they are and are intentionally leading us down the wrong path, but you don't want to, because if you do, that means it ruins your gravy train.
So he's category number 3. I saw that. He's category number 3. Selfishly trying to participate.
Holy shit!
That's David Pakman in that video.